Hi there. It's not Monday. It's Friday, November 25th. Happy Thanksgiving weekend. My name's Aaron Short, and I wanted to go live to see if there's any good deals out there today. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me jump over to the desktop here. So I've found a few sales, and let me know if you found anything today. I know there's some of you watching in the UK, but I feel like the UK has these sales on today as well. Especially, I think Andertons are on the bandwagon lately. Andertons are doing a lot of sales for today. So let me know. Let me know if you bought anything. Let me know if you found anything interesting. I have to say it's a bit of a downer, but overall, there aren't that many sales right now. Anything that interests me, and I think it's because maybe there's been a bit of a lull lately anyway, and there's been a lot of discounts anyway. So Fender have had 10% off pretty much everything the last 6 months, or whatever it's been. A lot of stores have been more more forward in offering discounts. Of course, today we'll get things like the Guitar Center 15% off, but that happens throughout the year anyway. I haven't seen anything today that's like a major blowout, awesome deal. But I have seen a few. I've seen a few things that are interesting, and I want to talk about them in more detail. I will post all the links as I go, and at the end of the video, I'll post all the links to everything that I talk about and anything that's recommended to me that I talk about. But there's a few things in this list. I got 7 so far. There's a few things that are a really good deal if you're looking for that at the moment that I use. A few things that are really good deals, but only if you want to buy them, only if you're looking for that specific item. Because there's one thing on my list where it's like, that's a great deal, it's a great price, and you don't really see that. I need to jump on it right now. But the product is kind of older and not being updated, so is that a wise decision? That's something that I would think about. So we'll go over those. I want to get your input as well. I've got a solid list here of stuff that mostly that I own. That if you don't own it now, I'd recommend you do check it out, especially at today's prices. Couple of things that I don't own that I'm interested in myself. So why am I sharing it on the internet? Well, that was a terrible idea, but anyway, that's what I do, right? And we'll find some other things as we go, I hope, as well. So Danielle's starting it off here and says you need to see this. This is a good way of thinking as well. There is some other stuff today that's not just guitars and audio devices. There's some other good points here. So this is one of them. You need to stay in shape to play guitar. Lots of good running shoes sales at the Running Warehouse. So that's a really serious point. I was going to say as part of today's conversation, if you need things like batteries, strings, accessories, especially like non-sort of music related, but still related to what you do as a musician. So definitely batteries. If there's a sale on batteries today, it's a good time to stock up, right? If there's a sale on, I mean, Levi jeans. I wear Levi jeans at my gigs. I'm not sponsored by Levi jeans, but they do have buy one, get one today. So if you need to replace those kind of I say stage clothes, not really, maybe not exactly stage clothes, but things that you like to wear at gigs, today is that day to do it. I think you're going to find more savings on those kind of things than you are on your new Martin guitar, right? They're not going to be discounted. Things that sell well anyway are not being discounted. Things that are very cheap or on sale today are mostly things that the stores need to sell before the next ones, or they've got too many of them. So obviously if you go to Best Buy today and get a TV, they're selling the TVs because they've got new TVs coming in January with better technology. They have to sell the old TVs. That doesn't really work for guitars, because for guitars, they don't need to do that. With guitars, they have more longevity. But there are some models on sale. I think you can be interested in what I have to show you. David, how you doing? Did you buy anything? And by the way, I'm not here to make you buy anything. I'm just here to discuss what's out there. I've seen videos where people say, you know what? Don't buy anything. Don't buy something just because it's on sale. And I found that a bit patronizing, but then I do have that instinct myself as well. Like, oh, that's on sale? I'll show you what I'm talking about as I get to it. There's a few items like that. I had to kind of stop myself. Hi, Rosanna. How you doing? So, like I said, a few things. I don't usually watch football, but I know England versus America is on at 2 o'clock. I would like to at least follow along with that, so that's why I started at 1 o'clock. So, you know, if you have to go at 2, I understand, but or maybe I'll just watch the football at 2 o'clock. Let's see how this goes. See, Lee says, thanks for enabling. I'm not enabling. If anything, I'm going to give you both sides today. I'm going to tell you why you should buy something at the discounts I've found, and also why you shouldn't. I'm not just going to say this is on sale, but I'm not a sales guy, right? I'm going to give you both sides. Let's keep sensible here. And I started this stream by saying there aren't actually that many amazing things anyway. So let's start with the first one. The first one I'm going to show you is this Ecamm Live. All right. Now, like I said earlier, not everything that we look at. I'll put the links in the chat as I go, so you can click on it. Not everything that I talk about has to be directly music related. Doesn't have to be a guitar. That's not the case. We know that, right? So what is Ecamm Live? Why should you get it? And why is it good to get it today? Well, here's the thing. There's a few reasons. First of all, if you've got any interest in doing live streaming, then you need to check this out. Now, it's Mac only. There's a few things to bear in mind. It's Mac only. It works really well on the M1 Macs. So if you recently bought an M1 Mac and you're thinking about live streaming, this is the software I would use. Now, it's not perfect. There's not many other things out there. The main reason I use it is there's not many other competitors. Here's a reason not to use this, not to buy this. You can use something called OBS. OBS is free open source software on Mac and PC. That's where you should probably start. That might do what you need. It might do some things that this doesn't do. However, I like this software. You've seen me using it since the lockdown. You've seen me doing all these live streams with it. Every video that I make now uses Ecamm to record the video. And that's why I like it. So there is an expense here. If you are a working musician, something like this can be put down against your taxes at the end of the year. So if you are like a guitarist that performs and you want to do more live streaming or create content to promote yourself, you should consider this. If you use a Mac, then you should consider this. This is really good software, and they're making it better all the time. I'm currently running the beta, which allows me to have multiple streams to different destinations like Facebook and YouTube and other places. It's now allowing me to do multiple ISO recordings so I can better edit later on. Sadly, they're not 4K. They're saying that 4K would kill the computer, even the fastest computers. That's a little bit disappointing, but most people shoot in 1080p anyway, so that wouldn't be a problem for that. I tend to shoot my recorded videos in 4K. I don't know why. You don't really need to. A great idea actually to do is to make your main video in 4K, so you can then crop in because it's at 4K resolution, but have those other videos at 1080 and then bounce out at 1080. That gives you a lot of flexibility. It gives you the separate video files and the master 4K file in case you want to zoom in on really close or something. I don't know. Just some ideas there. But the reason I'm recommending this is the software that I personally use. There is a free trial, and if you use that code there, Cyber22, right now you get 40% off. And there's no cheaper time of the year to get this software than today. Today and Monday, from like today until next week, it'll be like 40% off. That's a really good deal, and it's not just this year, it's forever. It locks you in at that price, as far as I know. So if you get this now, you'll be paying a little bit less, or maybe about the same that I pay, and I signed up a few years ago. If you don't use this code, it's a lot more money. So this is the time. If you're thinking about live streaming or doing content, if you're a musician or otherwise, sign up for this now with the free trial. Remember to get that free trial so you can cancel it if you don't like it, and try it out now. And also download the beta version, because that will have all these additional features. And knock on wood, it's very stable. I'm using it right now. I've been using it the last 3 months. It hasn't crashed on me, knock on wood. But it's got a lot of extra cool features in it. So that's the first one. I actually think this is the best deal. If you're thinking about live streaming, or you want live streaming software or video editing software to make YouTube videos or content, this is the most practical and best use of your money, I think. Because 40% off is great. If you decide to get this next month and you don't get that discount, that's a big difference, right? And then if you decide to be a streamer the rest of your life or the next 10 years, that will really add up. So Lee says, is it only available as a subscription? Yes, that's right. It's a subscription platform. I pay for the whole year. When I do it, I pay for the whole year as a lump sum. But they do put the prices up. They're always adding more features. They're getting more popular. The prices will go up. That's the thing. So look, it says try it free for 14 days. So I would do that. I would use the code, try it for 14 days. If you like it, pay for the year, get that 40% off for the year. And then if you don't use it, if you don't like it after the year, then you could cancel it. You're not locked in forever. But if I was me and I was looking to get this software now, I would be getting it today if I didn't already have it. So that's why I want to start with this. This, although it's not a guitar, this is like the hub of my whole what I do now. So my M1 Mac, my subscription to Ecamm, my Apollo Twin, my headset. I love the headset there because you can't hear all that background noise, and the Porta Studio for recording the guitars. I mean, that's quite an investment there, but those things will give you a rig that you could take on the road and make high quality content from anywhere. And because you can use your phone now with the latest Macs, you can use your phone as a webcam to do the video. I have a DSLR, but you could use a phone. So that's, you know, if you're a musician, if you're a professional musician, or any kind of musician that's performing regularly or wants to get out there, it sounds a bit corny, but the internet is the way forward. This is the future. This is now. I'm so glad the gigs are back and I'm playing 3 times a week. But this is how you get something out to loads of people really quickly. Last week I did 3 or 4 videos. I had over 1,000 views on those videos alone. I wouldn't get 1,000 people watch me play at gigs. Now gigs might pay more money initially than streaming does, but if you build up your streaming and get more views and get more sponsorships and make a course, and you can use this to make a course as well, of course. Because look at this, look what I'm doing now. I have just this simple green screen behind me, and I'm able to sit here and basically give a presentation on this software and talk you through the website, because isn't that great? I could do the same with music theory, with music performance, with Martin guitars, with Taylor guitars, whatever. So it's really exciting, and this is the time to get it. I know a few of my friends got it lately. This is the time to get it. I didn't know they were going to do this kind of discount. 40% off is a lot of money. So that's Ecamm Live. Definitely consider that now while it's a trial and it's on sale. That's really great. Let's move on to something more fun and interesting for the musicians here. So this on paper, this next thing is a really good deal. However, is it worth buying? And let's talk about this one. This is on Sweetwater. Now, if you're in the UK, I apologize. I don't know if these are available. If these deals might be available in the UK, they might not. I don't know. I'm in the USA, so I'm going to focus on USA. If you've found any deals at Thomann or Andertons, do let me know. And do remember that Andertons will ship to America. They also take off the VAT, and then they'll ship it to you. And also Thomann will ship to America, and Thomann have some very good prices as well. You just have to pay the shipping and the import tax. But even then, you can still save a ton of money when you do that. Just a little tip. However, this price here is excellent. So this is the Headrest Looperboard. Now, this is actually the best deal on Sweetwater. This thing is usually $899. It's a huge, very big. It's a huge board. It's a looper. It is very good. I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you again why you should buy it, why you shouldn't buy it. So you should buy it because it's usually $899, and right now it's $499. That's a huge discount. From Sweetwater, you also get the bag, and the bag is worth $149, bringing the cost of this down to $350 if you were going to buy the bag as well. That's a heck of a price for a loop pedal like this. This has a huge color touchscreen. It has all those foot switches. Let me move myself out of the way so you can actually see the product. That's better. Right, we've got, look at that. Big buttons, easy to press, loads of flexibility, a lot of power. This is like a computer on the floor. the touch screen, individual controls for each loop and each input. Comes with the power supply and USB cable. Has a ton of ins and outs as well on the back. Let's see if I can get those. Yeah, the back is crazy. Look, you've got 4 combo inputs. You've got the 2 outputs. You've got MIDI, 3 USB connectors. This thing is serious. If you're into looping, if you want to get into looping, you know, it's hard for me to recommend a looper to people these days because they all have a problem. Like, there's no perfect looper. I use the one in the Voice Live 3 because it's already there, and it's a 3-track looper, and I do like that. But if you don't care so much about that, this does have vocal effects, but if you don't care so much about that, and you just want a really cool modern looper, this is a good way to go. And for this price, that's incredible. Now, just before the lockdown, I got one of these from Guitar Center, and I paid $3.99. That was crazy. $3.99. They were blowing them out, and I bought one. And I didn't keep it long. We locked down. There was like a beta software 2 coming out, and I sold it before they even released that. But that did add a lot more functionality as well on the beta, and that's now available. So $4.99 right now from Sweetwater with the bag. It's really hard to tell you not to buy one of these if you're in the USA looking for a loop pedal. That's an incredible price. Now, why should you not buy this? Well, I'll give you a few reasons. First of all, it's very big. So if you're looking for something portable, this is not the looper for you. If you, again, are doing live streams all the time, or you don't play out much, you mostly work at home, then this is a great way to go because you've got all those buttons, you've got all that, you've got a big sturdy unit, it's easy to use and things like that. So another reason why you might not want to buy this, you might want to give this a miss, is that they released that version 2 software a few years ago. They haven't done much since. They've released a few things, but only minor updates. I feel like this could be at the end of its life. Now, I don't have a problem with that because my Voice Live 3 is end of life, and I bought 2 of them last year. It's a great product. However, with this thing, I remember like the vocal effects weren't amazing. The guitar effects weren't amazing, and they haven't improved them. And maybe they won't. So that's why I'm not getting one. However, if you're not worried about those things, if you're using this with another product for your guitar and voice, if this is just for looping and you want that big screen and you don't travel much and you're looping at home, you should probably get one of these because a lot of people are using them. A lot of people speak highly of them. That big touch screen is invaluable when you're looping, to see the loops like that, and all the foot switches are so much better than having like the Aeros looper is on sale too, but it's only got 3 foot switches on it. This has, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 foot switches on it, and a touch screen, and it's all the outputs and inputs, and yeah, this thing is cool. I was that close to ordering one at $4.99 simply because of that price drop. And then when I saw Sweetwater also include the bag as well, I was like, you know, if I buy one, if I wanted to sell it next year, I could probably easily get my money back. But I'm not. I'm going to be good this year. I'm not going to buy stuff that I don't need. And like I said, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. If the guitar effects were incredible, the vocal effects were incredible, and I could basically use this at home for my live gigs on the internet, I would get one for that. But I still feel like for me, the Voice Live 3 Extreme is still a better purchase, even though it's more money. So that's let me know what you think. That's the Headrest Looperboard. If you were thinking about getting one, this is the best deal I've seen today, value-wise. To get that for $500 with the bag worth $150, you would normally pay over $1,000 for that, and you're paying basically $500. So definitely consider one of these while they're in stock, but I will not be getting one, as I said. Patsy, how you doing? Just tuned in. All right, let's keep going. That's number 2. Number 3 is a bit more practical. Number 3, you probably should buy today. This applies to everybody and musicians as well. So number 3 is guitar strings. So I said earlier that we should be buying batteries and things if they're on sale. Guitar strings, obviously, we use them all the time, or we should do. I've had friends before that don't restring their guitars probably once a year. But even then, you know, these are things that we need. And this is the time to buy them. So right now, I'm sure there's an offer like this in the UK, but right now in the USA, we're going to get 15% off. Now this doesn't, be careful, this doesn't apply to everything. I did actually buy some strings from here earlier today. I bought some Elixir strings for a shootout I'm doing with the Rainsong guitars. They were already bundled on sale, so that they didn't apply to them. So that was unfortunate. I bought some more D'Addario strings. This says 10% off. Ignore that. You can get 15% today. I bought some D'Addario strings as well, and they were discounted, so I got a small discount there. Also, this company, Strings and Beyond, sell the big packs of Martin strings. You can get like a pack of 20 strings, but they're not individually wrapped. You get like a sleeve of E's, a sleeve of B's, a sleeve of G's. They're really cheap compared if you buy them compared to buying them regularly in the individual packets. They're a lot cheaper, and then you get 15% off as well. That's a good tip. I don't think a lot of people know about these. Let me show you. Martin Lifespan. I use these myself. I bought these from this store a few months ago. I'm still going through that pack. Here we go. Look, 200. No, don't run away yet. I was wrong. 25 sets of authentic Martin Lifespan. I really like these strings. I tend to use these on Martin guitars. Lately, I'm dabbling with other strings, but I still think these are great. I've used these for a long time. $200 for 25 sets. Now, do the math. That is a good deal. And with 15% off that as well, that's a really good deal. If you like these strings, they also do the regular ones as well, I think. But if you like these Martin strings and you can get them in these bulk sets, you should probably get them. I was a bit against it at first because, look, this is how they arrive. My first thought was it's going to be a hassle to put them on. So what I did was I opened the main bag, and then there's a sleeve for each string. So the sleeve for the E's, the thinnest string, I wrote on there E, just so I would know. I didn't want to mix them up. And then the B, I figured out which sleeve was which, and I labeled them with a Sharpie. Just so when I come to restring, I grab them all, I take the bag, I look at the string, I put it on, I put the bag to the side. It's no problem. It's not as convenient as the small pack with the individually wrapped strings, but you're helping the environment and you're saving a lot of money. So this is what I use from now on for Martin strings. Someone do the math for me. $199.99 minus 15% divided by 25. You know, if you buy these strings in a single pack, they're really expensive now. They're not as cheap as that. So do the math. Yeah, exactly, John. That's the funny thing. A lot of people don't change strings, do they? And some people like old strings as well. But I like fresh strings. I change strings a lot. When I'm doing these comparisons and things, I always want to use new strings. So that's why I have to have them around as well. And I want to get good value for that, because otherwise it costs a lot of money. Elixirs are cool, but if you use elixirs for like a one-off video and then take them off again, that's a lot of money. Especially if you're comparing, say, 3 guitars and you just put them on for that video, that's a lot of money. So this is a lot more of a cost-effective way to do it. And these strings are good too. So yeah, if you look at these, let's look at these as a single packet. Let's see what we can save here by buying these with this discount. So normally, $14.49. Okay, so normally $14.49 for a pack of them. So let me grab the old calculator here, because I can't do math. So $19.99. Oh, sorry, $199.99 divided by 25 is $7. It's just under $8. And the ones we just saw were $14.50, right? And then thank you, David. And then with the discount as well, $6.80 a set. That's really, really, really good. You'll never see them that cheap. That's amazing. So $6.80 a set. That's crazy. That's like $1 a string. There we go. So yeah, they are really good strings. I really like these strings, honestly, and that is the best way to buy them. That's really good. That's like almost a third of the price, isn't it? That's crazy. So if you're going to get anything today and you like these strings, I recommend you get these. And think how long this will last you. If you're like John and you don't change your strings very often, these could potentially last you like at least a year, right? You're good for the year. If not 2 years, maybe even. If you're John, they might last you for 3 years. That is my best tip for the day. That's something I will tell you to buy. Everything else, I'm trying to give you a reason not to buy it. you should buy strings today with that kind of discount. That's awesome. Free shipping, already a great deal because you're buying in bulk, and not everywhere sells these bulk sets, but Strings and Beyond do. And I haven't got any affiliate with them, but I do like them. I buy most of my strings from them because of deals like this. That is a great deal. And a lot of stores won't sell these packs. So get that. Also, maybe get a regular pack as well, where they're packaged individually. They have in your guitar case for a gig as a backup. But if you're changing strings at home, I found this to be the most cost-effective way. I also wanted to get some elixirs, like I said, for some videos that I'm working on. The 8020s are what come with Rainsong guitars. Loving that guitar, by the way. I'm trying to figure out how to do some more videos on it. So I'm going to need these strings. You see, look. Actually, no, it's the same. A pack of these is $15.99. Wow. Holy cow. So those Martin strings are up there with the elixirs now, and these elixirs do last longer for me tone-wise than the Martins. So unfortunately, they're not doing the same way of buying these. You have to, with these ones, you have to buy this. I think this is what I bought. So look, only 8 sets for $111.99. Only 8 sets for them. So and these are already discounted. They won't discount this one. So those Martin strings are a lot more cost effective in this sale with that way of buying them than these ones are, but these are still a pretty good deal for Elixir. Ah, oh, Max. How does Wonderwall sound? You know, I don't think Noel uses them. I think he uses the Slinkies, so get the Slinkies instead. Strings and Beyond. Yep, I'm posting the links as we go in the chat. Let me post that one. Let me post a direct link to those Martin strings, because that is a crazy deal. You should get this. You should add the code to your cart, and you should buy those. They're great strings, and that's a great deal on those strings. Yeah. You'll never find a price that cheap for them. Okay. Oh, we got a comment here. Pro Audio Star. They often have good deals. Fender and Squier at great prices. I grabbed a Classic Vibe Jazzmaster for $300 out the door, and Acoustasonics. I saw the Acoustasonics. They've been on sale for a few weeks. They're like American Acoustasonics for $1,000, which are usually $2,000. Let me just cough. Hang on. That's a really good deal. That's a really good deal. But as we know, as I said at the start of the stream, Fender have had 10% off everything the last few months anyway. They're trying to move stock. The Pro Audio guitars, be careful. They are technically B stock. You might get one. People have been getting them mint condition. So you get a brand new American Acoustasonic for $1,000. But you might get one with some marks on it. You might get one that's been used and returned. You don't know what you're going to get. But having said that, if you're looking for an Acoustasonic, that's a really good deal, because you're basically, I guess you can have the warranty with it, right? $1,000 for a USA one. But like I said, the Fender stuff has all been on sale for a while anyway, so I'm not focusing on that too much. But I will add that. I think I will add that one to the list, because you're right, that is a good deal. Let me just load up Pro Audio Star and take a look at those. Acoustasonic. Yeah, so even the Mexican-made ones, which are usually $1,200, are $700. That's really good. Let's jump over there now, because I want to put one of yours on here too. That's the first one we've already had. Thank you. Well, apart from the workout clothes, this is the first guitar one I think we've had. So, you see, the American the American Acoustasonic Telecaster was $2,000. When I reviewed this on my channel, $2,000. $999.99. That's a crazy deal. And you see, it is open box. It's not brand new, but for that kind of discount, I mean, you wouldn't find one for that price used. Used, these were going recently for $1,200. Used. One of our friends in the chat before bought one for like $1,200, I think, and it had some damage on it. This is open box, and I've seen people buying these, and they basically come out brand new. That's a crazy price for a USA-made Acoustasonic Telecaster. By the way, side note, a downside to right now is don't try and sell anything. Don't try and sell one of these guitars, because if you can buy them open box for $999.99, that means that your used one is worth about $650. Oh, that's the downside. I've seen a few products that I'm looking to sell soon are on sale. So what do? Do I lower the price even more, or do I wait until like March and then try again? Probably wait it out. But yeah, that's a great deal. $999.99. If again, I wouldn't. The temptation with this is 50% off, save $1,000, buy one immediately. I wouldn't recommend you do that. I would say if you've been thinking, I really want to get one of these for my gig, and I'm probably going to get one next few months, get one now. Get one now, because that is such a good price. Or look at the other ones too. Look at the Mexican-made ones for $650. I mean, they're not quite as good. They don't have quite the same pickup selections and everything, but still amazing price, right? Wow. So thanks for sharing that one. I'm going to add that to my list, because when I put this up at the end, I'm going to put a list. So let me just add that one as number 8. Acoustasonics at, where is that? Pro Audio Star. Okay, thanks for that. I've got 8 now. That's number 8. All right, let me move on to my next one. My next one is software. Software is always on sale. Always on sale this time of year. Crazy. But you get some good deals. You know, it's always on sale because it's easy for them to sell software. They haven't got to ship it. They haven't got to store it or anything like that. I actually bought one of these. Again, you can get free trials. This one, Amplitude 5 Max. I had the trial of that, and I didn't really try it enough. And then I saw it was on sale for $99.99, usually $600. So I bought this one about a week ago. And the reason I bought it is that program is good. I didn't really need that. I'm really impressed with this Tone X. So Tone X is also on sale from $400 down to $250. So if you get Tone X Max and Amplitude 5, that's a really great software rig. Probably my favorite at the moment. This Tone X it's basically like a Kemper in your computer for electric guitar. So that's some really great sounds in there. So I wanted to get that. So I think I just have the trial one now. But with Amplitude 5, you can load it into a chain. So you can add your reverbs and delays and distortions. Be careful, not everything. Amplitude 5 doesn't have everything, I noticed, which is a bit annoying, but it has almost everything. And I thought that was a really good price. Of course, the problem is once they bring out version 6, you've got to upgrade to 6, and you get kind of trapped in this ever ongoing thing with software. I've definitely bought a lot of software that I shouldn't have done over the years. But if you're looking for a good guitar plugin right now, I would consider, at least try the demos. There's some demos here. You can try Tone X and you can try Amplitude 5 and see if that works for you. I think they're some of the best ones on the market right now for like electric guitar sounds. So I noticed they're on sale, which is why I put them on there. Chris said they're claiming they are new, and well, customers are claiming they're getting new guitars. I bet they're not. I bet they've been opened and returned or demoed. Some people just get lucky and they put online, oh, I got one that looks brand new. I'm sure there's people also got ones that don't look brand new. So just be careful. Make sure there's a return policy. Ask for pictures if possible. They may be new. I don't know, but I've done that thing where friends of mine have bought things that basically showed up brand new. So I went that route as well, and I got one that was all like scratched up. So just be careful. You know, you never. There's no guarantees there, but for that kind of price, maybe you want to take the risk. I certainly would. Lee says I'm selling my D42 for 10 grand. I'm doing 25% off today only. So first of all, are you really selling your D42? And second of all, are you doing that thing where you increase the price by 25% and then knock off 25%? I've seen, you know, I've heard of people doing that before. All right, next one. I put this in here because I really like this product, and this will appeal to any sort of musician or YouTuber. I've spoken about this before. I love this thing. This is what I now use on my videos. This is what I used to record the Chris Martin talk the other week. This thing is great. I love this thing. Right now it's $100 off. It has been for a while. This is not on sale really, but if you are a guitarist, if you want to record your guitars, if you want to do YouTube videos, if you want to do songwriting ideas, I just love this thing. It sounds really good. The mics on there sound really good. It's touchscreen. You can buy the Bluetooth adapter to then use it with your phone, which means you could have this far away from you and still control it from the phone. Of course, the phone screen is even better than the screen on here. Yes, you have to buy a memory card. Yes, you have to buy the Bluetooth adapter separately, but it's totally worth it. And that $100 you save will pay for those things. I love it. You can plug in electric guitars, acoustic guitars, other instruments. You can record all the tracks separately. I can't believe I didn't have one of these sooner. This thing to me now is absolutely invaluable. I absolutely love it. And it's opened up so many new things that I can do. I'm no longer tethered to the computer. And it also has that amazing 32-bit recording feature where you can't clip it. That's invaluable. Because there's nothing worse. Like, let's say I go to Nashville with this and there's some amazing old vintage guitar I want to record, and they rush me like, oh, you got to be quick, come on, okay, you got 30 seconds, and I literally turn it on, throw it down, record the guitar. Let's say I play the guitar too loud, it's a loud guitar, and the audio would normally clip. Well, it won't clip on here. I haven't, so it's just more foolproof. It's it's easy to operate, it's easy to use. Touchscreen's awesome on this device. I've got mixed feelings about touchscreens, but on here it works really well. Mics are built in. You're ready to go. You're just ready to go, and then you just put it on your computer when you're done. Awesome. So if you do any sort of recording, songwriting, practicing, band rehearsal recording, especially YouTube videos, things like that, highly, highly, highly recommend this. I'm so happy with this. This might be my favorite product of the year. Might be. It might be. That'll be another video, gear of the year. But this is in the running for it, definitely. So here's a link to that. Yeah. Yeah, I really like that. Now you could use your phone, you can use other recorders, but a phone, the thing is a phone doesn't have mics like this. These are better than any mics you put on your phone. And even if you did buy a mic like that to put on your phone, then you can't use your phone. I don't like that. I like this being its own device. I want my phone to be my phone, right? Or my phone can be the video camera. The phone does video really well. So in that regard, you can put this near the guitar, and then you can go to the back of the room and film with your phone the video, because phone video now is so good. And then you can sync that over the top. You just drop it over the top and remove the video from the phone and add this video instead. Great. Such a cool thing. I love it. I love it. Now, I'm not saying that these mics are better than my Sennheisers and my Neumanns, no way. But I'm not using them anymore. This is so much more convenient, so I'm just using this for everything though. We'll see how we go with that. We'll see if I get any complaints, but I've not had any yet. Chris, I've had my eye on that. Yeah, definitely. If you're gonna save the $100 right now, I'd get it. It's already paid for itself for me. Like even just at that Chris Martin thing, and it's got XLRs in here too. It's got combo jacks. If you're at a wedding or something, or if you're at again, if you're at that like Chris Martin talk, and if you can just run a line out from their PA into this, then you've got that direct audio. You won't get that on your phone. And the mic. That's the thing, right? If I'd got a feed out of the speaker of that talk into here, I could have put this at the back of or put this next to it. I could have had that direct recording and the microphones. That gives you a backup. So you have the direct and they're on separate files. And you've also got that input thing. So let's the no clipping thing. So let's say they turn that thing up, they crank up the volume halfway through, and it would normally clip the input because I don't realize they've done it. It would not clip, and I can just come back later and match the volumes better by cutting it and bringing one up. It's not the louder one's not actually going to clip like it would with other recorders. That's just great. Really handy tool. So I definitely recommend you check those out. And you want to get a good memory card for it, which will add to the cost. And I don't use the Bluetooth thing that often. And it's a bit honky the way it sticks out the bottom as well. You see that? Sticking out the bottom. but it was so useful. Like at Chris Martin, I put it all the way back of the room, and then I sat there with my phone and hit record when it was time to go. I didn't have to go to the back of the room, press. Yeah, it's just great. So good. So that, I do recommend that. I'm not going to give you a reason not to buy one of these. If you're a musician looking for a audio recorder, and again, do YouTube videos, this is the way to go. If I was doing this channel again, I would not buy those expensive Neumann microphones. Why are they Neumann or Sennheiser? Neumann. I wouldn't buy them again. I just buy one of these. And because it's just easier. It's easier. It's great. And it works for other things, and you can take it on the road with you as well. You can take it everywhere you go and record guitars. This is great. So that I do recommend. Not an amazing deal, but you know, $100 off, so that's good. Now here's one that I bought a few weeks ago, and actually here's a tip for you today. Check out what you've already bought and see if you can get money back. Now this hasn't worked for me yet, but basically I needed some more tuners, and as you know, I love these tuners. I've done videos with Peterson, but I was a fan of Peterson before I did those videos. These for me are the best tuners, without a doubt. So the thing with these is, I had a small Korg tuner, micro tuner, in my guitar gig bag, and it broke. The power button broke. So I thought, okay, well I love these. I'm gonna get these instead. So I saw last month that these were on sale. 2 of these last month were $100. That's already a really good deal for a clip-on strobe tuner. So I already had these. I bought these already. But today, they're $89.98. Actually, I might be wrong about that. Maybe I did pay that price. So maybe, well, whatever. Let's just use that as an example. Say these are cheaper today than they were when I bought them. I'm not sure if I paid the $89.98 or if I paid $99.98. No, I guess I didn't, because it says sell separately. Okay, well, whatever. Do look back and see what you've bought the last 4 weeks and see if it's cheaper today. That's the point I'm trying to make. Let's say you bought that audio recorder and it wasn't $100 off, and you bought it 3 weeks ago, and today it is $100 off. Then try to ask for the difference back. Because if you could return it within the 4 weeks, they should price adjust it to match the price. So with these, I'm not sure. I thought I paid $99, but that might be with the tax, right? So maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, regardless of all that, this is a great price. $89.98 for 2 of these is great. And I recommend that you have 2 tuners, because you can have one on your desk, like I do here. I always have one of these on my desk. So this is one of the new ones here. And I always have one of these in my gig bag. And then I always have one of these in my electric gig bag, my acoustic gig bag, my regular gig bag with my pedals, my desk, and my guitar toolkit. So I would have like 5 of these. I would buy 3 packs of these, but I already have one on my desk and 3 separate ones, so I don't need any more. But this is a really good price. This is a really good tuner. So if you haven't got one of these, I do recommend you get these, actually, because they're just really, really, really good. And I still love this one, this desktop one that I reviewed. I've still got this one. But this is more money. It's not as portable, and it doesn't clip on. So those for me, those clip-ons are just essential things to have. So check those out for sure. I'm going to put the link there in the chat. All right. Now, here's an interesting one. The same person that told me about the Martin at Guitar Center that's under $2,000. And by the way, Guitar Center do currently have 15% off. So that guitar right now is about $1,600. That's a good deal. If you want to buy one, it's a good time to buy it. They also told me, William, I'll come to that in a second. They also told me about another guitar to check out. And that is the Epiphone. So let's check these out. Epiphone have a series called Inspired by Gibson. This is Epiphone basically making Gibson guitars, which they've, you can argue they've always done that, but they're making the classics here. So what you can get is this one, a J45. So J45, all solid wood, made by Epiphone. So basically a copy of a J45, which is a $3,000 guitar, for $749. So that's really good. Now this isn't on sale. That's just a good deal for a really good, you know, solid wood guitar. Okay, this one looks nice, right? It's on the heavy side, 5 pounds 2 ounces on the heavy side, but you know, that's a good deal. But there's one even better today. They have a Sweetwater color, custom color, $200 less. Everything is exactly the same, right? Everything's exactly the same except it's red, which I really like, with a white pickguard. $549. Everything else is the same. All solid wood, Epiphone guitar, copy of a J45 basically, with a pickup. It's just a sonotone, but it's got a pickup in there. $549. I would say that's a good deal. And there's none here to look at, unfortunately. It'd be good to see the weight and everything and the pictures of the actual guitar. This isn't the actual guitar. They do have one and it's currently being inspected. So I predict that when they put the pictures and the weight up here, if it's a nice one, it will go really quickly. Because $550 for an all solid full-size guitar like that is great. That's a really good deal. I don't know why they're doing that. They must have a lot of them, or I don't know. That's weird. Because at $749, that's already a great deal. That's a much better deal than the Martin that I reviewed last week at $2,000. $750 is amazing. So $549 for that is great. I don't know why they're doing that. That's a really good deal. So I'm waiting for the pictures to come up. But, you know, buy it. If you want to buy it, buy it. Use my link and buy it. And then finally, we had the Acoustasonics. So that's basically everything that I've found. Now, do let me know in the chat if I missed anything. But they're the things that appeal to me. They're the things that I can either recommend because I have them or I use them, or things that I think are worth checking out because they are good prices and prices that we might not see again for a long time. So check those out. Look, the JBL Compact is $30 off. That's pretty good too. But you see, with some things like that, I feel like if you'd called Sweetwater for this last week and said, can you do me $30 off, they would have done it anyway. That's the thing. A lot of this 15% off stuff isn't really a great deal. 15% off is like, yeah, well, you'd have done that anyway, wouldn't you, if I called you a month ago and asked you? So I want to buy one today. What's the best deal you can do for me? I was hoping today we would see 20% off, honestly, 25% off items, you know, brand new items that we would, well, that would excite me a lot more. So there's a few things here that are good and must save you a few dollars here and there, but there's nothing really that is truly a great deal, in my opinion, unless you happen to be looking for something like that. All right, let me come to William's question. $34.99 TC Electronic Polytune clip-on polyphonic tuner versus strobe. Okay, so I've got one of those. I've had one, and I still have one. I don't use it though. I'll give you a quick summary of that. So they also do a 2-pack of Polytune clip tuners for the same price. I would never buy these over the Petersons, never. And I'll tell you why. First of all, a little bit superficial, but the bracket, it's very hard to angle. I mean, it's not very easy to angle this one, the Peterson one. It's not very easy to angle it, but it moves more than the Poly. The Polytune just goes up and down, whereas this one will also rotate a little bit as well. So although this could be even better, the way it moves around on the ball joint, it's not a ball joint, it's like an anchor. So this could be better, but it's better than the Polytune. And then the Polytune, the whole thing about strumming all the strings and they all move at the same time, I find that very gimmicky. I never used it. I tried it and I thought it'd be cool, but it was not a mode I ever used. I ended up turning that mode off. You can turn it off. And then, just as a straight up tuner, yes, it is good. It is color. It's easy to read. It was pretty accurate. I think it was accurate enough. It was fine. But having an actual strobe tuner on your guitar, for me, is just a lot better. I love strobe tuners. I use them all the time. You know, are they more accurate? Well, yeah, but you know, whatever. I don't know. The thing about this is there's no the hinge is a little bit better. There's nothing on here I don't use. You can go in there on the web, and you can customize the settings you have, the tunings you have, and just as a tuner, just the way it turns on quickly and just tunes quickly and accurately. I just wouldn't bother with anything else. I just wouldn't. And the battery life is good. So this isn't a full color screen, but I believe that makes the battery last longer. I can't prove that, but this is like a black and white screen. I'm just trying to make it work for you. There we go. You see that the screen isn't as pretty, but it's blurry because of the camera, not because of the screen. The screen isn't as pretty as the Polytune. It's not color like that one, but the battery, great battery life, great accuracy, easy to use. Great customer support. TC support is a bit iffy for me lately. I've had a few problems with some stuff. Yeah, I would definitely, and as they're the same price, I would definitely get the Petersons. Definitely. But that's just my opinion. But that's my opinion. You asked for it, right? So, I know a lot of people use these. I think Tommy Emmanuel is using these. People do like these things, but it's all right. It's not bad, but I prefer the Peterson 100%. Lee said, I played a guitar at Guitar Center 2 months ago. Oh, sorry. I played a guitar at Guitar 2 months ago. It was $4,999, $5,000. Just had a look today and it says save $600 and only pay. Really? So I've heard about that. I've heard that companies do that this time of year. They'll put the price up and then say they're discounting the price. So I guess you've proved it, right? I didn't know about that. But I guess you've just proved the point there. These prices on Standard Martins here haven't gone up. I wonder, as a side note to all this today, do we think the prices will go up next year? The way the market is right now, I would say maybe they won't go up next year, but then again, we don't know that. So again, if there is a piece of gear that's on sale that may go up in price next year, like the Taylors right now, you buy one, you get one cheaper, very highly discounted. Maybe you want to buy that now because maybe the prices will go up next year and you won't get the additional one. But I don't know. The other thing is, if it's something that you want, then call a dealer. Doesn't have to be Sweetwater. Call around all the dealers. That's what I do. Call them all up and say, look, I'm interested in buying this. Right? Let's say you want to buy one of these. I would just call around all the stores and say, what do you have? Do you have it in stock? What's your best price? Shipped. Okay? And then figure out who's offering the best deal. It's definitely a buyer's market right now, as we know. Stores have a lot of stuff to sell. They need to sell. Companies need to sell, clear inventory. So the ball really is in your court. So look for the best deals and then make sure they are the best deals. Oh, wow. Thank you, Jason. Really appreciate that. Wow. Thank you so much. Okay. What is a fair price for a used Martin GPC 20? Okay, good question. Well, let's discuss this in some depth because of your generosity. I appreciate it. Let me just make this. You've got such a long question. I need to make it small. All right. This is a good question. GPC 28E. Okay, let's do this properly. Let's bring this up on the screen. Because with used Martin prices, it's very hard to, it's basically based on the market. Okay. So this is the guitar you're talking about. I have this guitar. Is this the Anthem version or the Fishman version? Because there's two different versions, all right? There's the Fishman and the Anthem. Okay, here's a few things to bear in mind about this guitar. Let me see if I can bring it up on the screen as well what you're talking about. Oh, a lefty. Okay, so it's left-handed as well. That might change things a little bit. Ooh, import to UK and 24% VAT in import. Ouch. Oh, sorry, you told me. Or a VT enhance. Okay, there's a lot to say. There's a lot to talk about here. Do you mind if I bring it up on the screen? I don't think we've got any left-handed players apart from you, so you should be safe. Eddie's Guitars USA. Slow. Everyone's buying stuff. Come on. So where are they based? They're based in MO. Where's MO? Oh dear, I'm terrible. Come on, Eddie's Guitar. There we go. Okay. That's nice. Call and save 20% off. I was hoping to see that today. I was hoping today to suddenly see, you know, call right now within the next hour and save 30%. But I haven't seen any of that. Like, you know, like doorbusters, you know. I haven't seen any doorbusters. All right. So GPC 28E. Here we go. We found it. Oh, I thought it was used. No, it's not. It's brand new. Let me see. Missouri. Thank you, David. How embarrassing. I couldn't think. Oh dear. I'm terrible. That's what happens when all you think about is guitars, you know, have no space for this other stuff like life. All right, so this is the guitar that I have, and mine is right-handed, and mine has the Anthem. So let's start with this. First of all, it looks great. Good choice. These are great guitars. Now, the first thing to bear in mind here, Jason, is that these are now discontinued. And this is a new guitar, so that's good. It's not a used guitar. It looks really nice wood and everything. Really nice fretboard. You've got the dyed fretboard. You haven't got the new fretboards with the natural grain. So it looks really nice, dark fretboard there. Yeah, this is a great guitar. So you've got my blessing to buy this one. Now, the thing is, let's start with the pickup. So that's a good pickup. It can sound good. A lot of Fishman stuff to me lately sounds very bright. You just have to take some high end off it if you don't like that sound on the mixer. It's not a problem. It's a good solid system. The other thing with the great thing with this version of the Fishman is that if you wanted to or needed to, it's easy to remove it. Everything is just stuck with tape inside the guitar. So you could pull it all out. What you'll be left with is the battery box. But the great thing with the battery box in these guitars, I can't see it here, but it's at the end of the guitar where you put your strap. That's just a regular battery box, so you could actually use that with another pickup system. So let's say you wanted to switch out to the Anthem or a new pickup that's coming out next year. Just saying that's not a fact. Let's say you want to switch this for another pickup that uses a battery. That's a better way of putting it. You can pull out the old pickup and you can put in your new pickup and wire it to the battery, and you haven't changed anything about the guitar. Not like the old days where you'd have something in the side of the guitar and you're left with those holes in the guitar. So that's good. And it is a good pickup. It's not my favorite pickup, but it's good. So I would definitely try that pickup for a few months to see how you get on with it and see if you can dial it in with your PA system, and you might be good to go. I like that system because I never find the Fishman stuff to impact the acoustic tone of the guitar at all. So that's why I like it. So if you just plug it in now and again, that's great. Or if you like it, that's great. Another good thing with that system is you can turn on the body sounds or you can turn them off. It's got its own volume control for that. So yeah, if I was buying a Martin now with a pickup, there's not many choices. There's basically the Anthem or the Fishman Aura, the new Aura one, which is the blend, or the enhanced one, which is this one. I would consider it. Like I said, I like the sound of the Anthem, but I feel like the Fishman is cool because it's a little bit more non-invasive in my opinion. You don't see the thing in the sound hole, so it's a bit more inconspicuous. Is it going to be a problem in the future? Yes, because I find with a lot of the Fishman stuff, they stop making the parts. So where you'll be able to get a new undersaddle for that, and probably a new battery box. If something fails with the preamp itself, I don't think in 5 years you'll be able to buy a new one. But I don't think that'll be a problem because I think, like I said, you'll be able to just take it out and put a new pickup in. So I wouldn't worry about that at this point. You don't have much choice here because they don't make the GPC anymore. You'd have to custom order a GPC, which would be a lot more money than buying this one, and you have to wait for it. Okay. So that's all good. The only thing is the price. Are you willing to pay this price? $3.5 grand in dollars, and that is the current price. There's only one in stock. You know, the thing about this kind of guitar is because they don't make them anymore, and this might be the only one in the world. Are they going to discount it? They might not discount it. You know what I would do? Because it's Black Friday, I would go on the chat. All right. I would say, hi there, I'm interested in buying this today, the GPC Lefty. What's the best price you can do? Because it is Black Friday. If you put it like that, maybe they'll I don't see why they can't give you 15% off. I don't see why they can't give you 20% off. It says on their website they might. I would try to get them to give you a good discount on it, and I would buy it. You know, I don't think you'll find one again. That's the thing with a guitar like that. Once that's gone, I don't think you'll find another. I might be wrong. Definitely look around first online. Maybe you'll find one. Maybe you'll even find one more local to you. Don't discount Europe as well. Like I said, if Thomann had one, that's a good way to buy a guitar. So check out Thomann, check out the local stores, check out the other USA stores. If you don't find one at all, then I would jump on that. And I would use this weekend as a leverage tool. I would definitely get on there right now and say, hi there, I'm seriously interested in this guitar. I do understand you're offering sales right now because it's the holiday weekend. What is your absolute best price on this guitar? That's what I would do. But I would definitely first of all look around to make sure there's not like a used one or something somewhere else. Let me see here. Because that's the thing, you know, even when you get a guitar with a pickup that's kind of old now and they don't support anymore, you'll still get seriously high prices for those guitars simply because people think that you know, they're rare now. I'm just looking for it. I'm just making sure I can't find another one. Okay, ADK Guitar has one. Did you see that one? ADK. Oh no, it's sold. That one's sold. That one's sold. Okay. Let me just have one more look here. I'm trying to see if I can find you another one that's left-handed. I don't see one. Sweetwater Gear Exchange. Yeah, definitely make sure you do your homework first. Like, don't find out there was another one in England for $1,000 less that you could have bought and saved a load of money. But I don't see any. That's why I'm pushing you a bit here, because like I know what happens if someone else buys that. Especially now we've talked about it on the stream. You know, if someone else buys that guitar, you won't find another one. I don't think they're going to bring those back for a long time. I wish they would. I wish they'd keep those guitars with some kind of proprietary pickup in them. I really do. I think that'd be a great thing for them, but they don't seem interested in GPCs at the moment. Maybe that will change next year if things don't sell. No, I don't see any more of them. I would jump on that site now, say, hey, I'm seriously interested. What's the best price you can do for me? Oh, but of course, the problem is they might not send it to you because Martin dealers are not supposed to ship to other countries because they then become competitive with the dealers in your country. So how are you going to get around that problem? You might want to fly over here and just get it yourself, you know. That might sound crazy to some people, but no, I'm serious. If you really want that, if you've been looking for that particular guitar and that is the guitar that you want, you know, it might be worth flying over here and buying it and then, you know, figuring the rest out later. So I don't know. But definitely bear that in mind. If it was used, you might have more luck about shipping it to UK. But also ask them as well, like maybe they're, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Just ask them. Send them a message right now, ask them best price, ship to UK, see what they say about that. They'll probably say they can't ship it to UK, and then decide if you want to come over here and buy a guitar for a weekend. The other option, if that all falls through and your heart, I mean, have you played a GPC? Do you know that's what you want? If your heart is fully set on a GPC Martin, then also consider doing a custom order as well. Empire Music in Pittsburgh was advertising 15% off Martins. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But what? But everything or just certain models? Ooh, custom shop. Da, 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 da. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. They got a lot of customs. Wow. These are all the authentics pretty much. Holy cow. I might have to go to this store one day with the old recorder. Make some videos here. Look at those. That's nice. Yeah, these are all the vintage style. All right, let's look at the regular ones. This is all your fault, David. See what you're doing here? 15% off where? I don't see that. Should we do it live? Should I just ask them? Should I just say I'm interested in this guitar? What are you doing 15% off? Then they're going to put me on their mailing list if I do that. They got a lot. They got some good stuff here. Yeah, look. Wow. It's a custom again. I'm looking for like a quado body lately. No one's got one. All right. Black Friday deal. Oh, here we go. You're right. 15% off store wide. Some exclusions apply. Watch out for that. Not compatible with other offers. Yeah, do be careful of that. Some of these places are like 15% off, and then you call up. Oh no, not on that. Like what? I remember Guitar Center started to do that. It's like, yeah, but not on this, not on this, not on this, not on this, not on this. I think today might be better, but just bear that in mind if you do see something like that. They have open box as well. Yeah, just one. Yeah, like I said, my advice. Oh, I like these. My advice is to just call up. I'm seriously looking to buy this guitar today. What's the best you can do for me? I think you'll find that places are looking to sell guitars at the moment. And then say you'll call them back, like call someone else somewhere else. Shop around. Don't take the first offer. But that may not help you with this guitar we looked at for you, Jason, because if they know there's only one and they're popular, then they're not going to want to budge on the price. That's the thing, right? Like a D45 is not going to be on sale really because oh no, that might be on sale. A one-off custom shop or a rare guitar is not going to be on sale today because they know they can get the price for it. They know people are looking for it. But something like a Strat, they made so many Stratocasters, didn't they? That they're looking to sell them. So look, already you've got 10% off. And you could probably call up and ask for additional discount. The thing about these are, oh, they've sold. There we go. You see, they've got a bunch of these there. There's 4 right there, 10% off. Maybe you can get 15 if you ask. I don't know. Maybe you can. I'm just surmising. You see, look, bunch of guitars. This time last year, these were not in stock. This time last year, you couldn't just buy a guitar like this. These are all like, look, They've got multiple of these guitars. So, yeah, even this one. So, there you go. They got guitars to sell. Oh, John, what's the score? I was actually going to head out early today to my gig and watch the game because I'm not into football at all. But the fact that it's England and America, and I'm a dual citizen, I wanted to watch the game. Is there a score yet? There was supposed to be a feature on the phone now where you can have constantly have the score on the phone. Just checking here if I missed anything. Fractal Audio, FM3, $100 off. There's a lot of companies doing 20% off, 50% off their merchandise, stuff like that. Like I said, a lot of software. If you want to buy plugins, it's the time to buy it. I don't know, like Band in the Box, do they have one? Probably. Software is always discounted this time of year. Also, check again on Monday, because I feel like some stuff isn't discounted today, but it might be discounted on Cyber Monday, like software especially. So, Doc, what did you buy? Do tell. And oh, no score, okay. So Lee said there was a GPC in Japan a few months ago. Japan's a good place to look as well, definitely. Staley says, I just woke up. Wow, what's the time where you are? I'm not going to repeat all the deals, Staley. We've been on here for an hour and a half, so I'll let you I'm going to post all the links at the end in the description of the video. This video might be deleted in a week's time if I don't see a point of leaving it up really. So I'm going to post all the links in the description below. Feel free to put in the comments if you find anything that I've missed today. There you go, you see, new shoes. I'm just looking at my emails here. Look, I've got people trying to sell me stuff. We can help you get more views on your video, so go and watch my video then. I'm not going to pay you to get more. Oh dear. Now, before I move on, was that helpful, Jason? I'm not sure how helpful that was. Oh, okay. Sorry. You sent me another one. So thank you. I missed that. I was so busy researching the guitars, I missed your other super chats. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So your follow-up question was, let me just get out of this screen because it's confusing. Your follow-up question was, if it was right-handed, what would you pay? They want $2,800 on reverb with discount plus import duty. What are you saying there? $2,800 for what? $2,800 for that guitar, for that left-handed guitar from that store? What? Or another guitar, a used guitar? Can you just clarify that for me? Clarify what you mean, and then I'll answer. But basically, I have one, and I don't play it. Tonight I'll play the Cole Clark. I've been messing around with the K&K pickup. And I really love that. The new Rainsong is great. I'm going to have Dave on from Rainsong next week to talk about those guitars. Oh, I didn't even put that in today's video. Let me add that right now. The Rainsong, let me put it on the screen. Rainsong. This is because this isn't a Black Friday deal, but this is a good deal right now. So this guitar that I just unboxed, I like it so much more than I thought I was going to like it. The 1999 reissue. The reason is, so this is good from next year. This is going to be $2,499. Right now, because it was originally released in 1999, they're charging $19.99. So thank you, Patsy Smith, for the super sticker. So this will not be. I like these sales. I should do these sales more often, right? Now I have money to spend on the sales. This guitar you should consider, and I'll be doing more videos about it. But you can't get a Rainsong for that price. I mean, you can't get a Rainsong new for $25. You certainly can't get one for $199.99. That's a really good price. and it's a really good guitar. So if you've got any interest in carbon guitars, this is the one. This is my favorite Rainsong so far, and this is the one to get. And this is a great price. This isn't a Black Friday sale. This is just the current price while it's new to market. So $19.99. That's really, really, really good. That's my favorite one so far. So yeah, check that out too. All right. Oh, right-handed. Let me see. Well, if Jason means what would I pay for a right-handed guitar? I mean, you want me to be no, there's no point in me not being honest here, right? I have one which is in mint condition. It's been used a bit. I played some gigs with it, but it's like no fret wear, just some light. I mean, Martins get scratched really easily on the finish anyway. Light scratches in the finish, no dings, no serious damage. As you know, I'm trying to sell guitars lately that I don't play because I need to clear out stuff and get more stuff in for videos. I was originally going to sell that for about that price, about 2,800, and then someone offered me less, and I was like, no way. But then lately, I've been thinking the way I told you, because they don't make them anymore, and I'll never get one again in that condition without going custom. I want 35. I would want 35 for it. I don't really want to sell it. I don't want to sell that guitar because I might want to use it. I might want to change the pickup and use it for another video. I'm not going to sell that at a huge loss, that guitar. No way. So I think a mint condition used one of those is still worth the 35. Again, for the reason I said, you can't get them anymore. Last week I told a story that I went to Guitar Center and they had the OM28 retro guitar priced higher than when they were new. But I didn't really mind that because I thought, well, if it's mint and they're judging it against the price of a current OM28, which is $3,200, way up than it used to be, I can kind of understand it. But when I put it under the direct light, it had cracks in the top. So that's not worth. That's actually, I'd say, I mean, I got two heads about this. In one mind, I'm using that as an example because it's an even older guitar than the GPC, and it's got a proprietary pickup drilled into the side of the guitar. So on one hand, that guitar to me is worth $1,500 because you can't get the pickup anymore. You're going to have holes in the guitar if you remove the pickup. It's a used guitar. The price at the time was so... I know you can't go by that because a lot of stuff goes up a lot in price when it's rare. But that's not like a John Mayer signature. That's an OM28 E Retro with a pickup that may become obsolete, used guitar, and it's got the scratches in it. So there's cracks in it. So to me, that's worth $1,500, really. Maybe 18 max. They're never going to get 20. They want 27. They're never going to get that. But I think they didn't check it. They didn't look when you look under the light, they don't do things like that. They don't hold up to the light and check with a torch inside. They don't do that. If that guitar was truly mint, new old stock, maybe to the right person, 25. Maybe. If you desperately want that pickup, maybe it has gone up in value than when it was first released. But that's really tough because I wouldn't do that. I would just buy an OM28 and install the pickup of my choice. And although that's more money, I'm getting a brand new guitar with warranty, and I can resell it much easier because you've got to find someone that wants that guitar because it's so niche at that point. So the same thing with the GPC. They're a bit niche. A lot of people don't go for them because they're basically Martin's version of a Taylor. So they're a bit more niche. They're not the classic body shape like the OM and the Dreads. So might be hard to sell. I mean, mine didn't sell. Might be hard to sell. Might not be hard to sell if you find someone like you that wants that exact model. So it's tough. There's not a huge market for it. It's a real tough one. Let's see if you put something here. Same guitar. Okay. Oh, left-handed. Well, if that's a left-handed guitar, then get that one. Let me check here. Let me check on Reverb. GPC 28E. Oh, yes, you're right. Mint. No, but no, what? That's the same guitar. That's Eddie's guitar. Where were we just now? That's this, what? Oh, what the heck? That's nut. This is nuts. That is 20% off. That's the same guitar. Oh, you see, this is why this is a good lesson. This is why you've got to shop around. Because this on Eddie's guitars is $3,500. Ah, but remember, on the official website, they're not allowed to discount them. That's a Martin thing. On Reverb, they're discounting it. Okay, here's a tip for you. They're discounting it by 20% on Reverb because they're not allowed to do that on their website if it's a brand new guitar. They're saying this is a used guitar. My first question is this really used, or are they just saying that it's used so they don't get in trouble for listing it at a cheaper price with Martin? There's no reason here to believe it's actually been used, is it? It doesn't say like anything about that. This is probably a shop demo guitar. So that's the first thing. The next thing, and you can clarify that with them. You can ask them. Call the store or chat with them on their website and say, I'm interested in this guitar. It says used on Reverb. Has it been used, or is it just, you know, what's the exact condition? Are there any scratches on it? Can you look at it with a bright light and let me know? Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is, and don't tell them I told you this, by the way. I'm just talking off the top of my head. $2,800 on Reverb. So if they sell this to you on Reverb, the good thing is you probably get some kind of insurance through Reverb, and they're very good with that stuff. So you probably should buy it through Reverb. But they're going to pay a commission to Reverb for selling it. So you could ask them directly if they would do it cheaper. You could ask them directly, would you do it any cheaper than that? But they might still say no because they'd be going against Martin's policies. So I think they're saying it's used to put it on here at this price. And I think that $2,800 is a fair price. If it really is mint, and mint, by the way, should mean basically as new, no scratches. But I've had some bad experiences, so I always ask the seller, is this actually, what's the condition under bright light? Are there any scratches anywhere on the guitar? Is this like basically as new? What is the exact condition? How has it been stored? Was it used? Has it had a previous owner? Ask all those questions, first of all. Now, if you can get this for $2,800 and that is basically a brand new guitar in mint condition, I would do it. That's great. Okay, you'll get stung with the import tax. And is the shipping free to the UK? Probably not, right? You're going to have to pay money on top of this to get this into England. But if you can't find one anywhere else, and that's great. I haven't bought from this store before. I can't speak either way, but the way to do it is just to ask those questions. So send them a message on this site on Reverb. Say, hi there. You've put that this is used. What was was there a previous owner? What's the condition? How old is it? Are there any scratches anywhere on the guitar that you can send me pictures of? Has it been stored in a humidity controlled environment? Ask all those questions. And then when you finally get the guitar, use the camera, have someone film you while you open the box, check the guitar over with a light all over because it's been shipped internationally in the winter. Make sure there's no cracks or anything on it that shouldn't be there. Make sure everything is playing right, and then you're good to go. Yeah, that's great. Really great. I would do it. I have bought a guitar internationally. Yes, you get stung with the import. It's not usually that bad, but you get stung with that. You forget you've got to pay it, then you've got to pay it. If there's a problem, it's hard to return it. That's why those questions are so important, because it's going to be hard to return it internationally if you have to. So you have to make sure those questions are all answered. All right, let me come back here. So that's, yeah, I think you should pursue this one. Lee says, for that kind of money, I'd want to play it, and shipping it back would cost a fortune, as it's hard to get import duty back. Well, Martins are pretty consistent. I would just ask all the questions. How old is it? Has it had a previous owner? Are there any scratches on it? Is there any damage to it? Is it basically 100% good to go? I want all those questions in writing first. And then if there is I mean, it says you're buying a used guitar, but if there's not a previous owner, it will be covered under the warranty, won't it, when you get it? It'll make things harder, yeah. It's better to buy it in the country where you have it. It's better to buy it in England, but if you haven't got any in England, I would take a risk. I find Martin's pretty consistent. I would just want to know everything about it first of all, and I would probably take the risk. You know, especially being such a niche guitar, you're not going to find another GPC left-handed guitar next week unless you're really lucky. Oh, cool, John. Yeah, and then Jason, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Just look elsewhere. Look for something else. Look for a left-handed guitar in England. I'm sure you can find one. But I think that feels good. You just need more information. You just need to know what exactly is like you're selling it as new on your website, used on Reverb. What I'm not saying there's a conspiracy there. There's obviously a reason why they do that. So you don't need to ask. You don't need to know that really. You just need to know what is the condition, who's owned it, who's played it, where's it been stored, things like that. And then with something like that, always film the unboxing so you've got proof of any damage at the time of opening the box. Stady says, hi friends, I'm grateful for each of you, but make sure you play your guitar today. I got a gig tonight. I'll be playing. I was looking at the Eastmans we spoke about on Monday, but I'm not sure. I saw some mixed things about them. Bespoke guitars are cool, but you got to make sure you love it because your bespoke guitar might not appeal to other people if you're selling it. I don't think so. $1,000 to get that to UK? I don't know. Not if Eddie's guitars have a deal with a shipping company. You might get it cheaper. I would just inquire. Just inquire. Get all the facts in writing. Get all the prices in writing. Thank you, Jason, again. Get all the for the money you've given me. You could have bought the guitar. I'm just kidding. I appreciate your support. All I can do is offer you my experience. I've bought guitars internationally. I bought guitars sight unseen. I've had some problems the last couple of years with things being broken in transit. So my only but they've all been fixed because they've all been bought through people like Reverb and with shipping insurance. So my only advice to you is ask the seller for the exact condition, any photographs of any scratches, who's the previous owner, how much is the shipping insured to me, and then take those photos and video when you get the guitar. Really inspect it thoroughly. I mean, there was a time a few months ago I got a guitar and I just didn't think about it. I just took out the case. I was excited to play it. I was playing it. And then I looked down and there's a crack in the back of it. So Reverb got me all my money back and shipped it back. I'm like, yeah, because Reverb are really good at that stuff. They'll have your back on that stuff. But that never should have happened. That's why now I do the unboxings as well. Not just for my channel, but for my proof. You need proof of this stuff. Usually they will believe you and side with you, but it still doesn't hurt to have the proof, does it? And check everything. Don't just think, oh, it's a new guitar, it smells new, it's brand new. No, take the strings off, get your flashlight, look inside, check everything. Because it's easy to forget to do that, and then you're in trouble. All right. Yeah, Eddie's is a good store, I agree. I've not bought from them, but I've heard good things. Import duty and VAT. Well, he already said that the VAT is a lot of money. Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them. The Taylor 814 is comparable spec-wise and great to play, but always lacks sound-wise unplugged. Thanks for your help. Yeah, I agree. Taylor's for me, with the V-Class especially, they're missing something. There's actually a Taylor event at Rudy's right now. I think it might even be today, where they help you pick a guitar. I kind of wanted to go to that and just say, look, I don't find a lot of the guitars have the sound I'm looking for. Am I missing something? Is there a model that I'm missing? I actually think that their like 200 series sound better because they have no bracing on the back. They resonate a bit more. I'm still looking into Taylor because they got so many fans. There has to be one that I like. I did own one of the old 414s as a teenager, and that was great. That was before V-Class. I did own one of the GS Minis. That was a good guitar as well. I don't have concerns. My concern with Eastman is I haven't played one. They're very hard to get your hands on to try, and not all the reviews were glowing. So I'm putting that on the back burner. I need to play one. Chris says, how's the battery-powered speaker? It's excellent, but it is still a battery-powered speaker. So I used it last Saturday, did really well, but I kind of wish I just take it, because I took a cab, I kind of wish I just took the full-size speaker. But of all the 3 battery-powered speakers I have, that is my favorite one, definitely. I really like having the app and the extra power and the bigger speaker inside it. So that's what I'm recommending now people get. If I wouldn't recommend that you sell what you already have if you're happy with it and buy one. It's not a huge difference. But if anyone comes to me now and says, I'm buying my first battery-powered speaker, I'd probably tell them to check out the EV first with the way things are at the moment with the products. Yeah, I don't really have any concerns. Like I said, there's no dealers with them here. I haven't played one. There's actually a used one for sale that I saw online that interested me, but because I haven't played one at all, I'm like, I need to play them. I miss NAMM. At NAMM, you could go around and play all these different guitars, you know? Martins are still scarce in the UK. Interesting. I think that will pick up soon. Well, the thing about Martins in Canada, and yeah, there's not a ton in the US. There's a lot more in the USA than there were, but obviously there's going to be less in England. And I have the same problem with Cole Clark. I see pictures of guitar stores with Cole Clarks in Australia, and they've got all these walls and walls and walls and walls. I wish I could be there and play them, try them. Over here, you can't get your hands on one at all. It's nuts. It's just because of where they're made, I guess, right? All right, what's the football score? I'm going to head out soon because I have a gig tonight, 6 till 9. And it's almost 3 o'clock. I have to leave by 5. But this has been good. If you tuned in late, go and watch the start of the video. See the products that I spoke about. I'll also put all the products I spoke about today in the description. So you can click the link and see them directly. All the links today were, not all of them, half the links today were affiliate links, by the way. Hope you don't mind. It all helps the channel if you use them. If you're buying anything, click the link in my video description first and then buy it, and it will reward me. Oscar, how you doing? I haven't seen you play lately yet. I keep saying I will. 0-0 still. Oh dear. John says the acoustics shop in Springfield is, yeah, we said that on Monday. Large Eastman dealer. They might work with you. I was watching, I think Jeremy did a video. He was saying that Eastman don't do like sponsored, they don't loan guitars or do sponsored videos. They're so big, they just do what they do. But oh, that's good. Bob Marley Guild for $320. I still think that that Epiphone. Let's take one more look to see if that's in stock yet. Oh, can't spell Epiphone. I think one day I'll look for a real Gibson J45. Kind of appeals to me. This one, look, 5 foot. Staley, don't buy this. They haven't inspected it yet. It's not acclimatized. $549, all solid Gibson. Go back and watch the video again. I went through all this already. I don't want to bore people. Still 0-0. I think it's going to be a very boring game, unfortunately. I'm glad I didn't go and watch it now. I haven't played that. The Guild Bob Marley. Do they have it here? Oh. They have guilds. Is it actually called the Bob Marley, or is that like the unofficial name? Oh. Ah, here we go. 400 here. Not bad. 320 on Acoustic Shop. Yeah, J45 really appeals to me. It really does. Here we go, look. Bob Marley Signature Acoustic. Interesting. It looks like laminate. Is that laminate? I presume. The thing about the Epiphone I showed you, the J45, is it's all solid wood, which is pretty cool. Solid spruce top and mahogany back and sides. Does that mean it's all solid then? I think it is. It says you gotta be careful because sometimes, like that's why I get in so much trouble over the Yamaha video I did, because sometimes the website will say solid spruce top and mahogany back and sides. So you assume that means everything is solid, like the mahogany is also solid, but they put it like solid spruce top and mahogany. They leave out the word laminate mahogany. It's all like a play on words. You know what I mean? You gotta be really careful with that stuff. The way this is worded, I assume this is a solid wood guitar. But unless it says solid Sitka spruce top and solid mahogany back and sides, you cannot be sure. Because some companies will leave words out. Solid spruce top, see, until I see solid mahogany back and sides, I can't say that it's solid. I got so burned by the Yamaha review I did. Every week someone's like, oh, you said it's solid wood and it's not. Okay, I learned a hard lesson from that video. So anyway, still a good price. Even here, look, $399, you're saying $320 the other store. That's a good price. Marley, especially if your name's Marley, then you can't go wrong because it's got Marley written on it. If my name was Marley, I'd buy this guitar. And then just change the pick guard. And your name is Marley. You haven't got to pay someone to put Marley on your guitar. John says it's laminate. So is that right? You see? You see how untrusting I am now? It looks laminated to me from looking at it. That looks like laminate wood. But they're so naughty of these companies to say something like solid spruce top and mahogany back and sides. Doesn't that make you think that it's solid mahogany when you read that? They should have to write solid spruce top and laminate mahogany, or solid spruce top and solid mahogany. They should have to do that by law, in my opinion, because it tripped me up last year and I'm all into guitars. So imagine if you're not all into guitars, you wouldn't know. All right. Good point. I haven't got a problem with laminate guitars, by the way. Laminate guitars can sound very good and they can hold up to the weather better than solid wood. So I don't really have a problem with that, but people do perceive more value in solid wood, especially if you're reselling a guitar. And that, you're right, the Taylor 214 is a great guitar. I didn't mention the Taylor deal today. I probably should have done, to be fair. Look, $100 off, buy one, get one. Like I said, that doesn't mean buy one, get one free. But for example, this guitar here is $1,600 for this Taylor, right? Nice guitar. And you can also get another guitar with it at a huge discount. So you can get a GS Mini with that for $200. So for $17.99, you can get this guitar and a GS Mini. That is a good deal, to be fair. Yeah, with the Epiphone that I showed you, that is solid wood. And this is the one that I was looking at that I always told about. See, this is a cool guitar. Look at that. Epiphone's copy of a J45 749. But like I said, they have a Sweetwater exclusive Wine Red for 549. But do you like that color is the question. If you like that color, that's a really good deal of a guitar. And there's a pickup. I'd probably change the pickup in that at some point, but there is a pickup, which is good. Oscar says, remember to buy a new pickup. The Taylor pickup isn't that bad. I find the high E to be a bit weak output when I've tried it in the past. But the actual tone is natural. And do be aware with the Taylors that the pickup has changed a lot over the years. If you played a Taylor 7 years ago and didn't like the pickup now, despite having the same name, pretty much is a new system. I'll have to review that one day. Epiphones feel so stiff. What do you mean stiff? Stiff. The ones I've played have a really good action. They're set up very well from the factory. The other thing is you can buy a real J45, but you're going to spend a lot more money on a real J45. I'd never actually play one myself. I just think they look really cool. Look at that. Very cool guitar. All right, I'm going to wrap things up. This has now become a 2-hour live stream. So, like I said, if you're looking for something, maybe something here was helpful today. If you're not looking for something, then save your money. If you found something good, let me know in the comments below. I will be on Monday, live on Monday. See you then. If not before, if you're new here, please subscribe and ring the bell, because that's the best way to know when I post a new video. I've got some new videos coming soon about the Rainsong and other stuff as well. So subscribe, ring the bell, share this with your friends if they're into music gear and guitars. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in America. Happy football day to everyone in England, because it's England versus America. Let's see who wins. My prediction is 0-0. What's yours? Enjoy the rest of the day. I'll see you again soon. Take care and be well. Bye-bye.
I'm not lost, but I'm not